A couple of days ago, Mike Pence, former vice president under Donald Trump, told reporters that, quote, President Trump was wrong. I had no right to overturn the election, and his reckless words endangered my family and everyone at the Capitol that day. And I know that history will hold Donald Trump accountable. You know, I'd actually love to believe that history will hold Donald Trump accountable, but as we've seen from Republican-controlled states, which is actually where most of the textbooks in the country are actually produced over in Texas, they're literally rewriting history, and they're taking out the parts they don't like. So unfortunately, Mike Pence, I'm going to disagree with you. History is not going to hold Donald Trump accountable. That is something we have to do now. But either way, Pence took a shot at Donald Trump, said, you endangered me, you endangered my family, everybody at the Capitol, and you're wrong. And Donald Trump's not going to stand for that, is he? So on his way to Iowa this week, Donald Trump took a moment to tell reporters that it's actually Mike Pence's fault that the Capitol riot of January 6th even happened in the first place. Here's what Trump said. Had he sent the votes back to the legislatures, they wouldn't have had a problem with January 6th. So in many ways, you can blame him for January 6th. Had he sent them back to Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona, I believe, number one, you would have had a different outcome. But I also believe you wouldn't have had January 6th, as we call it. January 6th, as we call it. That's the day, as we call it. That's what the day is called, January 6th. It's an actual day on the calendar. You don't have to take credit for coming up with that name. You're also 100% wrong about literally everything you just spewed. Mike Pence has done one good thing in his life that I know of, and that is to not go along with Donald Trump's plan to overturn the election results. Experts have already agreed that no, Pence did not have the authority whatsoever to send these votes back to the states. And even if Pence had sent the votes back to the states, Donald, guess what would have happened? They would have reaffirmed their earlier counts. Biden still would have won the states. They would have sent the electors back, and you'd be in the same position. So maybe it wouldn't have happened on January 6th if he sent the votes back, but it would have happened a couple days later because Biden still won, and you're still a liar, and you're still in denial. But this is the new talking point. Trump's campaigning for president. So he's got to go out there and say, hey, it's not my fault this happened. Totally Mike Pence. He's 100% responsible. I didn't do anything. I was just sitting in the White House. I was watching TV. Mike Pence was the guy overseeing the whole thing, so you can blame him, right, Donald? That's what we're going with. But what's interesting here is it's not just a campaign tactic. This may also be a legal tactic for Donald Trump. Let's not forget he is facing criminal investigations for what happened, but also civil lawsuits have been filed and courts have already said, yes, Trump, you can stand trial for his rhetoric that led to the Capitol riot. So Trump is actually out there testing the waters with this defense saying, oh no, it's Mike Pence. Maybe you ought to sue him. That's what's happening. It's not just to help his campaign and make people think he's not responsible for January 6th. He might be testing out a new legal tactic to walk in front of a judge and say, hey, judge, why am I being sued when Mike Pence is really the guy that you want? It's stupid. It's not going to work. But that's never stopped Donald Trump in the past now either, has it? If you can't get enough Ring of Fire, we encourage everyone to subscribe to our channel for fresh video content 7 days a week. And for even more from me, you can follow me on all social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram @FairandBalanced.